Hello everyone and welcome back to From Our Basement Gaming.
Hi everybody.
We are back with part 20 of our Spyro Year of the Dragon Let's Play.
Hey, awesome.
Yep. So, did not do so good on the whack-a-mole thing, so we are going to find something else to do for the moment.
Yeah. And apparently I have to destroy an airplane.
Oh, thanks.
Yes. I'm flying here, so I think replenish. Aha, here he is. I'm tired of these bad guys on planes. It doesn't have the same ring to it as the
really
snakes.
doesn't, but that's
Yeah. Thank you, Samuel Jackson. Talented actor.
yes, very much so.
So the little star things increase your speed. More juice. Yay! Stars.
Flying man.
That's alright, and I just failed. So, was he beneath the pale moonlight?
Beneath the pale moonlight, blah 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 blah.
Yes.
It's been too long since I've heard that song, actually.
Wow. That's fair.
So I don't remember all the words. Especially when I'm trying to make a parody.
That's alright. Yes. In that big somewhere out there called America.
Yes, apparently.
Yes.
Not exactly the ideal place to be at the moment.
Hello! You must be Spyro. A lot of people are talking about all the things you've done for them. Do you think you could help find my girlfriend, Tara? She went off to raid the tomb of the stone golem. I haven't seen her since.
Referencing.
I'd go look inside the tomb.
Ah, yes.
She got herself in hot water.
Oh.
As you know.
That Tara.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if they're referencing her, but
I presumed it was the Tomb Raider, but maybe?
you said Tara, not... Well, yeah, they said that they made it, so it could be Lara Croft. It could also be referencing Tara Strong.
Yes.
I think... I don't know if she does a voice in this game or not. I'd have to look.
That would make sense.
I think she might.
Yes, it was the times before Fairly Odd Parents, and
Yeah.
certainly before Teen Titans.
Yeah. It's weird to think this game... I guess this game technically did predate Fairly Odd Parents.
I think so, at least. I remember it being a regular show.
Yeah. Well, this was back when, I don't remember her name, but the woman who did Timmy Turner.
The first voice of Timmy?
Yeah, back when they were just little shorts. Not necessarily its own show. Or not necessarily greenlit as a full show. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Wands and kings, not wands and things, floaty wands and wings, floaty crowny things.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. Yep. It's been gravy. I think it's been like 20 odd years since I've regularly watched The Fairly Odd Parents.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it has, when it started and was regular. Oh no! Please be alright, buddy.
Oh, I'm fine. It's,
Ah, good.
you know, they joke say fiber in there.
Oh, I see. I think our Aussie friend up there, but I can't reach that part of the level.
Friend Sheila. Right?
Yep, Sheila.
It's a shame that the creator of that show had to be so problematic.
Yeah, especially with statements like you said, ironically, to Tara Strong, which that's really tone deaf and very cancelable.
Oh yeah, that was the start. That was the start.
Yeah.
And I felt bad for her.
Oh yeah.
That was on his podcast interviews.
Yeah.
People were saying that they feel like it was the result of him not remembering that podcasts are, for the most part, unedited.
Yeah, unless you edit it yourself, you have to painstakingly remove that stuff.
Yeah, it's not like a recorded interview
Spyro.
where
Haven't seen you in
if
a while.
he made a fumble,
I'm just off
they
for a
would
bit
be
of a
like, "Oh, we'll
walkabout
just
right
cut
now."
that out."
You know, sometimes you just
right.
like
Technically,
simple,
yeah, they
old-fashioned
could,
pleasures of
but,
yesteryear, don't you?
Well, I know a lot of podcasts are. Ooh, wow.
Oh,
Side scroller.
yeah, so it's interesting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This does take me back to the days of Super Mario and Crash Bandicoot.
Right. Well, anyway, you were saying about podcasts.
Yeah, a lot of podcasts don't really have like a editing team like on television.
Yeah.
So yeah, like some of the podcasts I love to listen to. Cute. Superb. A lot of the podcasts I love to listen to are like two guys and a microphone,
Right.
or two individuals. Sometimes only one person, and it can be a big challenge because you have to like painstakingly do all that, sometimes on your own, with much of a team, unless you're like, for example, the No Sleep podcast, which has I think 2 or 3 people doing the editing and a lot of people that he pays to do the stories.
Right.
Yeah, so that's one way, but that's not everybody.
Yeah, so we're hoping it's a case of that.
Oh.
Either that or the worst case scenario, he didn't see anything wrong with what he
Right.
was saying because it was a joke, but it was
True.
It was a very
really off-color one, yeah. If he was doing it by himself, oof, that's That is a shame on you.
Yeah, and she was very uncomfortable. She groaned, like literally audibly groaned at him saying that.
Yeah. I don't blame her for groaning or getting uncomfortable with him making such statements on...
Well, Spyro, I bet you're glad to see me.
Which
it
basically,
just
if you don't
happens
know
that
what
I
we're talking
know
about,
the password to open the door to the tomb of the...
They were talking about the... I unfortunately forget her name, but sadly, the original person who voiced Timmy Turner, I don't know how to say this without ended up
in a very bad position.
That resulted in her no longer being with us, if you get my drift. Sadly. And he insinuated, well, that worked out for you, because you got to voice Timmy Turner.
Which is very tone-deaf.
Yeah, it made her very uncomfortable. Because you never want to insinuate that someone else's...
Well, it's celebrating someone's demise.
Right. And it would benefit someone else. But I do feel like he is, from what I've learned about him, and then like in retrospect looking at some episodes of Fairly Odd Parents, I am of the opinion he's not very sympathetic to mental health issues. There literally is an episode of Fairly Odd Parents that is making fun of emo culture, which is pretty tone deaf to me. Like, I don't know, something like Timmy has a crush on this girl and wants to impress her by becoming emo.
This was an episode of it. Why am I not surprised?
It was one of the newer seasons. It was it was after I had started watching, but someone I watch on YouTube who like goes through full episodes of shows covered it.
Hello.
Knowing that he had literally said on one of his, I don't know if he said it on a podcast or if it was just on one of his videos, but he had basically said that introverts are selfish for not wanting to hang out with their friends. They're like selfish and they're letting their friends down, that type of attitude.
Very terrible, actually.
Yeah. And that's just gross. And I take offense to it being an introvert myself.
Yeah.
And this is also, when he decided he was going to make his streaming platform a Christian one.
Ooh, yeah, that was not...
Yeah, and then he basically insinuated that you can cure autism through Christianity. Adding to the long list of people who assume that autism is something that needs to be cured.
Still something we have very little knowledge about.
And the thing is, now obviously I am not autistic. I have watched videos from people that are autistic. I've heard their opinions. And I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments, obviously, if you're part of the autistic community. know if I'm onto something completely off, but I think my understanding is that what the preferred focus would be on is like thriving, managing the less ideal symptoms that cause the individual with autism to suffer, and managing it to like have a good life. More for the individual than like, the poor parents, for example,
Yeah.
That's my understanding anyway, but like I said, I'm not personally a part of that community. It's just an understanding I have from listening to people who are in the community. So, anyway, yeah, that was just a long list of Butch Hartman's ouchies.
Yes, the terrible things that Butch Hartman had done either by accident or design, most likely design.
Yeah. And he acts as if he single-handedly made the shows he made, whereas...
Right.
Those of you who were really huge fans and felt heartbroken about Butch Hartman coming out with all this stuff, remember, these shows that you loved were created by an entire team.
Yeah.
So it's okay for you to still love that stuff and just completely just don't acknowledge Butch Hartman. If it hurts, look up the names of the animators, the script writers, the voice acting team, the directors, all the other roles, and celebrate them. Yes, the original idea was from Butch Hartman, and of course, I'm sure things had to have been approved by him, and he did obviously have creative control.
Ooh, yeah.
Is that the girlfriend?
Look at you.
Yes.
Showing up here to raid the tomb after I've done all the work.
Tara.
I spend all day pressing switches and shoving boxes around, and you just waltz in here expecting to claim the treasure. Well, might as well have it. Only turned out to be a lousy egg anyway.
Marty.
Oh.
Cute little thing. Yep. That is a Lara Croft reference in your Spyro the Dragon.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that little guy has interesting taste. The guy we talked about.
Right.
Gus.
Gus, yes.
Yep, there he is.
We kind of glitched there.
Yeah. We went into the space that you're not supposed to go into.
Yes.
Let's see, I think that puts us at 77.
Yeah.
Yep.
Still have a little whiles to go.
Yes.
We're getting there.
True. Like this door, it costs 100 to get past. But,
so yeah, I think with Butch Hartman, it's a little easier to separate him from his works than it is for someone who wrote a certain wizarding story.
Yes.
Because I understand in that it's harder with the author.
Ah!
Especially
Yet
when they did
another
most of the
daredevil
world
adventurer
building
has come to
themselves.
rob our catacombs of loot. Let's just hope you're made of tougher stuff than the last guy. If you can survive the trials of our catacombs and answer my riddle, we will give you a prize befitting your efforts. Here
Unfortunately, I
is
don't
my riddle.
think You can
I am a
hold my
vessel
cell phone
without
since it
hinges,
was in my
lock
pocket.
or lid.
And it just makes
Yet
that little
within my
floop,
walls,
floop.
a golden treasure is hid. What am I?
But this is blah blah blah.
Don't try.
Yeah, as I say to that how to lose an empire in a few tweets.
Yeah.
Yes, you could just... I think I've said this before on the show. You could just say nothing and keep making money and still have the prestige.
Yeah, you could keep your opinions to yourself. With sensitive topics.
Yeah, that's what I would have done.
Now, with some of the stuff that directly was, you know, in her work, that is something that has to be addressed, but in terms of the personal opinions outside of the writing, yeah, you don't have to, you don't have to go there.
Right.
But unfortunately, a lot of those hateful people are very outspoken.
Yeah.
They really have a hard time not saying.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, I remind myself they're not really bright because the practical thing to do is not alienate or say stuff that. So it's that would hurt your financial interests. So it's purely out of hate that people do these things and.
Right. And it's an ego thing too.
Yeah,
because
it's very irrational.
It's assuming that you have enough of a fan base that it won't hurt you to lose the fan base you're alienating.
Yeah, and that's not the smartest thing to do. It's the very irrationally hateful response because...
Yeah, it really is. And I mean, yeah, I was talking with a good friend of mine online about other writers of popular works that had and I just was grateful that they weren't works that were like in my top 3 because I would have been I do think intent is very important too in the works. If someone has a problematic opinion, you have to look at it and say, well, does their work reflect their problematic opinions? I do think that affects it a lot as well in terms of if you can really still enjoy it.
Right.
Like with one work in particular that that my friend mentioned to me, I was like, well, there is no way I would be able to go back now and enjoy that show the same way because the message, like the meaning behind the message of that show now is completely tainted by this person's opinion, unfortunately, because it now is completely, as it turns out, very sexist. So, and it's like it was something where the story could either not be sexist or be sexist, but since the author has these sexist opinions and basically was apparently very candid about, yes, this is what I'm saying in the story, and it made me wonder, are there people who liked this manga/anime who found out about this and had a similar experience to Harry Potter fans? And it's sad. It really because sometimes in a work you'll have characters that are, you know, bigoted or expressing backwards views, and the author does that on purpose to show you how horrible it is and, you know, to be against it. So it's very rough because you have to always be like, well, does the author condone this, or do they have an issue with it? That's why, you know, that's why I don't understand mindless consumption of media. No offense to those of you who do mindless consumption of media. I just personally can't understand it, since so many shows have a message, and, you know, if I'm going to associate myself with liking something, I have to know, am I liking something problematic, you know?
True. That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, you know, what's it? Like, Full Metal Alchemist is clearly anti, like, a military state type, even though the structure of that world is that it is a military state system.
Yes.
So, I mean, that's a good example of showcasing the system and showing it as corrupt in the story, and making it very clear that the author makes it very clear that she is not in support of that system. If you haven't seen and or read Full Metal Alchemist, do that now. It's a classic, so I'm sure like 99% of the people that are listening that like anime have seen it. You know, for that 1% who hasn't.
Yeah, to make it 100% of the population.
Yeah.
Seeing Full Metal Alchemist.
Yes, it should be mandatory. All of the kids in school are required to read the Full Metal Alchemist. There. We're gonna replace all of the American classics with
Yeah.
Then the parents will really have something to be upset about for realsies instead of just...
Yeah.
Instead of just, I feel like hating books today, so I'm going to ban some books in the school system.
Yeah.
Now I have to think of a county that's pro-military state, which I don't think I've seen one.
Right.
Put it in the
Girls
comments.
And Panzer, maybe?
Maybe. And then, I don't know, okay, I'm very confused whether Attack on Titan... Unfortunately, like, I used to be a fan of that, but then when it seemed like it was starting to, like, have a message I was okay with, I dropped it. Right. So I'm very confused about what the viewpoints of that author are. Yeah, so... Yeah. Also, because the writing got worse. Those of you who were fans of it the whole way through, I apologize. There probably are some people who disagree with me and will go, oh, his writing got better. It got better at a point, and then it got increasingly worse very quickly.
Christine.
Christine?
Oh no.
Oh no, why are you crying? Oh.
I don't know what he's throwing.
Alright, well, I guess we'll end here.
Yeah, everybody. Oh, wait, we
See
still...
you next time. Oh.
Yeah. Well, we'll try to defeat this guy.
Okay, well, I guess we'll do that first. Yeah, we're gonna defeat him.
Yeah.
Alright, well.
Have a good day, everyone.
See you later, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.